All right. Oh, Jesus. Say hey, everyone. Welcome into Say Hey Plays. My name is Jose Bouquet. There is Dabby Cab. I'm trying not to die over here, apparently. Dabby, you just made a new enemy, a very powerful enemy recently. So I wish you luck. How are you doing?
Man, I'm good. It's Saturday. I can't say I love today's card, but there are a few bets that I like a lot. So I'm excited to get after it, man. Look at the chat rolling in already. AOD, Professor Chris, Old E, Joey Harb, everybody. And as far as making enemies go, I could not hear Helga when she said hello. I said hello when you informed me.
I said it twice, and she was not plussed about you not saying anything. So she's going to fight you soon, and I can't wait to see the victor of that. Nice to see everyone in the chat early. I like seeing my guy Brandon Whedon in the chat. It just gives me good vibes. Reminds me that NCAA 25 is coming out soon. Can't wait. Brandon Whedon, nice to see you in the chat. Tori Coker, Justin McKelvey. It's nice to see everyone. Morgan Spooner. And now, by the way, an enemy of Dab is an enemy of mine, Justin McKelvey. Now, you also have made a powerful enemy, Helga. Helga's going to come for your neck, Justin, so be careful.
I saw Winetime in the chat, and the first thing I couldn't help but to think about was what I saw this morning. I saw some dude get impaled on a fence, and it made me think of Spinny Bombs because Winetime was there with us when Spinny tried to hop that fence.
That was very close. It could have been Spenny. That could have been Spenny. Stacks play today on the Padres game over 9. Shout out to you, Justin McKelvey. 194 and 194 now. I assume that play yesterday hit then. It was Mountcastle, right, Justin? I talked about if I was going to make a bet in the – yeah, it was against Savali. Let me know if that won because that would have been my play of the day there as well, my if play of the day, so I can start trying to keep track and see if I can do total bases. But let me know. Thank you, Mr. All right, let's go into the card, Dabby, because as I tweeted out, there's not one but two minus 300s on the card here today, Dabby, and I'm very excited to talk about them.
You notice how do I say this? How few of them there are this year compared to like the last couple of years?
Yes, it's very funny as well. And there's some matchups, and I've pointed it out this year several times. There's some matchups where it's like Zach Wheeler at home against the Marlins, and it'll be like minus 270. And I just point out to everyone, it's like, it's not minus 300, guys. It's not for minus 300 for a reason. And every time it goes up to minus 300, it's basically lost almost every time. Well, not almost every time. It's been a very successful thing, and it was exciting. It's always exciting to do. And shout out to Nick Earl. I talked to him yesterday because I said yesterday I should have patented the minus 300 phase. I should have just patented that phrase because I'm just gonna say that forever now. And I fucking started this movement about betting against these fucking minus 300s, and it's been cashing really successfully. Shout out to Nick. He's been tracking everything very well this year. Follow him on Twitter. The minus 300 fade this season, 7-11, plus 7.25 units this year. Average line minus 250 or plus 250, excuse me. Hilarious. Full games, 3-6 plus 2.45 units. First 5, 4 and 5 plus 4.80 units. And I talked to him and he asked me why I wasn't doing first 5 full game anymore. And I just told him because I'm a bitch, which is facts, which has now made me just realize like I just need to do it. I just need to just man up, take my medicine and do it. Minus 300 first 5 full games. And we'll talk about those spots when we get there. It's going to be funny. Marcus McCarthy, fresh off the links at 10 a.m. God damn, Marcus, you were there early. Nice to see you, my man. Cabby, let's start talking about these games. Pittsburgh, Toronto starts off our card. And admittedly, I have a negative opinion about the Toronto Blue Jays. They have not been good this year. I also talk to a lot of Canadians frequently, and they also have a negative opinion of this ball club. But when Yusei Kikuchi Day comes, everyone, perks up. There's a happier feeling, and just Kikuchi gives everyone good vibes. His last few starts, let's talk about him. Not good last time out against the Tigers. 3 innings, 8 hits, 5 earned runs. Bounce back opportunity here. Going to be interesting. 6 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, 2 of them earned before that against the White Sox. The Pittsburgh Pirates against lefties. And since obviously we're starting a new month, I'll use last month's sample for this here against lefties. Pittsburgh, 21st, 85 weighted runs created plus here. Obviously going to be very interesting against a friend of the program here. A friend of the program we talk about often. Good old Mitch Helen Keller on the other side of Yusei Kikuchi. My heart's torn on this one, Dabby. 6 2/3, 6 hit, 1 earned run ball against the Atlanta Braves. Impressive, not as impressive as it used to be, but still a very good start. Chicago Cubs before that, 6 innings, 2 hits, 2 earned runs there. And before that against the Milwaukee Brewers, who were good offensively, slick shutout. And if you want to go back one more, 9 innings, 5 hits, 1 earned run there. Full complete game against the Angels. So Helen Mitch Keller has been on the grind here as well. So much so that I think minus 150 is probably a little overpriced here for the Blue Jays here. Let's talk about the Blue Jays against righties last month real quick. Toronto against righties, 7th best, 110 weighted runs created plus, which is kind of surprising based on how the fan base talks about their offense. Market here real quick, Dabby, and then I'll pass it to you. 84% of the bets, 96% of the money on the Toronto Blue Jays. Kind of surprising, honestly. And 99% of the bets and money on the over. And this total did go from an 8 to a 7.5. Kind of not surprising to me. And money line went from a minus 155 opener, minus 145 now at Bovada. Bet online. At Bovada opened up at minus 165, not minus 160. So, you know me, Pirates in the under here leans, but I'm not going to move on it. Dabby Cab, what do you think?
Probably would just look under in this game. I've outwardly said I'm not as big of a fan of Keller, but in this last month he's got a 1.3 ERA. Again, that's just in starts that he's had this month, not on the season, obviously. But he seems to be getting in form. And Kikuchi, he allowed 5 runs in just 3 innings in his last outing. And it's just, as much as I enjoyed the thought of backing Kikuchi as an ace, even though he's 2-4, I don't care if the Blue Jays are winning baseball games. They can't hit the fucking baseball. I do not trust this lineup. Under is the only way I'd look. I saw somebody in the chat put a Nerfy in there at minus 120. I feel like it's really hard to find that minus 120. I'm not even looking, so I don't know. But I feel like if I wanted to bet that, I couldn't. However, if you can get a minus 120 Nerfy, I do like that.
Oh boy, I've ripped off the Band-Aids off Nerfies. I lost one yesterday at minus 135, which always hurts. But I love betting a Nerfy, so that does interest me as well. By the way, thank you, Jason. Jason has caught on to the fact that I wore this jersey yesterday. I'm going to wear this Jason Tatum jersey every fucking day, and we're gonna whoop the Mavericks' ass, and I cannot fucking wait. And then Dabby and Dutch will line up my stakes, and I'm gonna collect them like championship belts. And it's gonna be awesome.
Kyrie's gonna step on that emblem again and spit on it.
I hope he does, because then all of Boston will collide upon him, and he's not gonna do shit this series. I can't wait. Minus 135 for me. I'll stay off. I'm keeping my card semi-cleanish. I've got a lot of big dogs on there, and I already have a lot of action out there, but I do like a Nerfy here as well. All right, let's keep going here. Game 2, Blue Jays. We just talked about them. Rays,
There are some
Orioles here. There's not a doubleheader today.
Is there not?
No.
I thought there was 2 of them, 1 or 2 of them.
Gee, well, if there are doubleheaders, Dabby might be just high.
There might not be. Because when I saw that, I was like, man, I could have sworn I just looked at these 2 teams with different pitchers. Maybe I was a little high this morning.
All right, fair. Taj Bradley versus Kyle Bradish. And shout out to Miguel De Niro. Mikey Money. He's put me on to this trend, and it's been very interesting for me. Obviously, typically when you see an 8.5 opener and it drops down to 7.5, I get immediately interested in betting the under. especially with 99% of the bets, 98% of the money on the over. Dabby. I mean, that's nature for me. But good old Mikey Money has told us that when this drops from 8.5 to 7.5, killing the over for some reason. Now it's very interesting. I do think I am going to move on a first 5 over in this game. I would love if it was a 3.5. If that would keep dropping down, that'd be awesome. But it's very interesting to me that this total has dropped down that run. I'm going to trust my guy Miguel Dinero and move on the first 5 over here. This first 5 specifically has not really moved much. Over 4 minus 115 is now under minus 115. And like I mentioned, this full game total went from an 8.5 juice to the under to now a 7.5 juice to the over there with all that money on the over. Bradish and Taj, I'll mention them real quickly, and then I'll pass it to you here. Dabby, Kyle Bradish on one side, obviously coming back from an injury. This is now his 6th start, 7 shutout, no-hit innings against the White Sox last time out. 11 Ks, 4 walks. Has just been good since he's back. No injury fatigue, rust, nothing. Just been 1 or 2 earned runs, if that, the whole time. And his worst start is 4 innings, 2 earned runs against the Blue Jays. But everything else has been 5 innings, 1 earned run, and then he dazzled the White Sox last time out. Now, admittedly, again, like if a pitcher goes out there and throws 7 shutout, no-hit innings, I kind of don't want to back them. I think I'd rather fade that guy. Let's talk about Taj Bradley. Good old Taj Bradley on the other side. His is his 5th start now. He got called up midseason. He was also hurt. 5 innings, 1 hit, no earned runs against the Royals. Got touched up against the Red Sox for 7 innings, 6 hits, 5 earned runs there. 10 Ks, no walks, by the way. Jesus. I think he's going to be a good pitcher, but I think I want to fade both these guys. It is concerning, obviously, joining 99% of the bets and money on the over. But I do like the a first 5 or a full game over here. Dabby Cab, what do you think here? You're muted.
I like the Baltimore Orioles team total over 4. It's sitting at minus 120. I like the first 5 over also since it's at 4. I'd like it when you get that 4 instead of the 4.5 a whole lot. And 3.5 is just too low for me. 4 is the number that I like. Kind of leaning on Baltimore first 5 run line or Baltimore team total here. I know Bradley's been good, but I just don't trust Tampa's offense. The only reason I'm, not looking at the over or the first 5 over is because I do not trust Tampa. Same thing I said with Miami yesterday, and they put up 9 runs, but that's baseball. Bradish on the side for the Orioles, 1.75 ERA. He hasn't allowed any of his opponents that he's faced yet to score more than 2 runs. And I know he hasn't pitched as much as everyone else, but still, I mean, this isn't a Rays lineup that I trust to break through against somebody like Bradish. So I kind of like the Orioles first 5 run line, and I like the Orioles team total over 4. I will probably bet that team total over 4. I just want to see how much action I come out of the show with.
Okay. I will have the first 5 in full game written down, and I will decide at some point what I will do with the full game or first 5 here. I've been back and forth on it. Justin McKelvey asked me why not full game over. Like I said, I don't know which one I'm going to bet, so I'm going back and forth. Let me know what you guys think on that as well. Next, Detroit, Boston. Interesting line here, seeing Detroit favored, but I think Reese Olson's a good pitcher, and I feel like that line is very telling. I lean Detroit here. The Red Sox have just kind of been hit or miss, and it's so funny. They just stick at 500. They lose a game, they win a game. It's just back and forth between the 500 Red Sox. I lean Detroit here, and it's funny enough, I say that with 55% of the bets and 73% of the money on the Tigers here. This opened up at minus 108. It stayed there basically. So not much movement, but it is ticking up at some places towards the Tigers. And it's funny, there's a lot of differing opening lines in this game. Like Bookmaker for some reason opened this at minus 120. And then it's dropped down to minus 108. But everywhere else basically opened it up at minus 108. Bovada opened up minus 116. And this is a rare occurrence where Bet Online opened up lower than them. So I think the Tigers are very much going to win this game. It's going to be interesting to watch it as a Red Sox fan. I just don't know what to expect from this team, honestly, right now. Moneyline market-wise, I just mentioned. Let's go to the total here. 41% of the bets and 53% of the money on the under here. So one of the rare games on this card that does not have 99% of the bets and money on the over in this game. So I stay off the total here. Don't have much of a feel in this game, Dabby. What do you think?
Under, if I was going to bet it. I said this last Saturday when we were on here. I mean, Reese Olson might be one of the best pitchers. And I mean, he is, like, according to the numbers, he is one of the best pitchers in the league. And shit, I said this last time, but back on April 8th, he faced the Pirates. He went 4 1/3 inning. He gave up 6 runs. If you take out that start, he hasn't given up more than 2 runs in any of his starts this season. He's been incredible.
It's funny that he's 1-5.
Yeah, that's another thing we touched on last time when he was pitching. I was like, can you imagine having an ERA under 2 and not having a win yet on the season? Just like the Tigers just do not support him at all with run. All that being said, I would only get on Reese Olson or I wouldn't bet this game. I mean, I said it enough. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 starts where he hasn't given up any runs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 starts where he's only given up 1 run. 1 start where he gave up 2 runs and 1 start where he gave up 6. That 1 6-run game is his only blemish on the whole season.
Yeah, and by the way, Cooper Criswell coming off of a poor start in his own right. 4 innings, 7 hits, 7 earned runs against the Orioles, which is really not surprising. The Orioles are a very good ball club. 5 1/3, 6 hits, 2 earned runs against Tampa Bay, and a back-to-back against them as well. All right, and I've seen a couple comments about why not full game on that trend, so I'll roll with the full game over in the Toronto Blue Jays game then. I'm glad I didn't come in with the game bet. So over 7.5 minus 120 for me here. And by the way, my first 5 totals have been fucking garbage this year, so I'm going to try to stay away from first 5 totals as well. So thank you guys very much. Arizona, New York Metropolitans, an appalling loss by me yesterday. Both pitchers blew up. And first 5 under was disgusting. Slate Ciccone versus Sean Manaea. Good old Slade Ciccone. A-grade name. I put respect on his name. He's a good pitcher. Just last 2 matchups have been tough. The Dodgers, that's 6 earned runs, 3 home runs allowed. He got touched up against the Reds. Not good. In a back-to-back against the Reds, though. So his first start against the Reds was 5 1/3, 3 hits, 1 earned run. And then he went back-to-back against them, 5 2/3, 7 hits, 6 earned runs there. So I definitely think he's better than his last 3 starts, admittedly, versus Sean Manaea, who is miraculously good. The Mets are obviously not going to be contenders, so I would expect them to trade a guy like this. He's just been solid. 5 innings, 5 hits, 2 earned runs, and a home run against the Giants. 5 innings, 5 hits, 2 earned runs against the Marlins. 6 innings, 4 hits, 1 earned run against the Phillies. He's just been solid. I mean, really, it's something to see, and I didn't expect it this year. So shout out to Sean Manaea. Maybe he just needed to cut his hair and shave his beard and just became a new man. On this game, let's talk about the money line market here. Where are you, Metropolitans? There you are. 80% of the bets and 93% of the money on the Mets here. Now, what's very interesting, obviously, we talked about it. They DFA Jorge Lopez and have that big team meeting, et cetera, et cetera. But they have not lost a game since then. I think that's 2-0 now. They won the close game the day after, and then they believe they won. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, because
You're right.
So thank you. They won yesterday in a high-scoring affair. So it's very interesting. It's very interesting they're starting this streak here. I probably only lean Mets here, and I think I wouldn't be surprised at all if they went off like 5-6 game winning streak after that, for getting their shit together. But I didn't want any action on this game. Total 91% of the bets, 93% of the money on the over, unsurprisingly. because all of the games are like that seemingly. And it went from a juiced under to a juiced over, -120, -110 at some places. So nothing for me, Dabby. What about you?
Yeah, I wouldn't bet the Diamondbacks right here after dropping those first two. They've been so hit or miss like the whole season. They lost, yesterday bad. They lost the game. What was it? Thursday. They were up, 2-0, and then they gave up 3 unanswered runs. Ended up losing that game 3-2. Not a team that I'm rushing to bet in the Mets, but yeah, I think the Mets are in a better situation here than the Diamondbacks. I really do. Manaea's never been somebody who I really enjoy backing, though. He's been a fade or nothing for me the past few years. He does have decent numbers against Arizona. He's got a 3.42 ERA. I think he gives up some, just not enough here. I don't have a lean even in this game. I'm not even going to tell you guys where I lean. I'm just off this game completely.
All right, fair enough. I'm off as well. Let's keep it rolling here. White Sox, Milwaukee Brewers, a game I had zero interest. The Gas Man versus Garrett Crochet. I don't really know what to expect from Crochet start to start anymore either. Last month for the Brewers against lefties, let's talk about it. 8th best, 119 weighted runs created plus. So not a good sign for old Garrett Crochet, who his last start came against the Baltimore Orioles. He's pitched well. He's on a streak here of pitching well for the last month, I guess. His last month was really good. 3 consecutive shutout starts was ended last time against the Orioles, but that was only 6 innings, 3 hits, 2 earned runs on a home run, 11 strikeouts, 1 walk here. So can I expect him to pitch well? I mean, I lean that way, but it's still going to be the Milwaukee Brewers who hit lefties pretty well. Now, Orioles against lefties are the best in the league last month, so you can always make that note, but it might be a lower scoring game here. Maybe the White Sox are live. Who knows? Let's look at Gasser here, Robbie Gasser, who I knew nothing about. Now he's been up here for 5 starts, and he's shown to be pretty good. He's had 3 good starts. He had 1 blow-up start against the Marlins, where you could easily tell yourself that he came in a little lackadaisical after 2 good starts, thinking he could just dominate the Marlins. Marlins got on his ass, and then he came back, 6 shutout innings, 7 Ks, no walks against the Cubs. And the Brewers do this. They just make really good pitchers, so shout out to them. All this to say, maybe you can lean under on this game. Let's check out the markets. First on this game, 90% of the bets, 99% of the money on the Brewers. Not surprising because no one likes betting the White Sox, obviously, and 98% of the bets and 98% of the money on the over in this game. A low total, I understand. Total opened up at 7, is 7.5 now, juice to the under. So, yeah, no action for me. I lean under, but I think the total is low for a reason, I guess. So, what do you think, Dabby?
I mean, I'd probably go with the Brewers here. Your guy, what do you call him? Crochet? I'm pretty sure it says crotch. Pretty sure it says crotch, but Crotchet, I mean, he's all or nothing this whole season. If you look at his starts, he's got a good little run. Like, he's got his ERA down under a 4 at a 3.68 ERA, but it took a good stretch of not giving up any runs to get it down there. He had no runs against Cleveland through 6 innings, no runs against Washington through 5 innings, no runs against Toronto through 6 innings. So not really any world beaters there. But you go back before that, he's got a few blemishes. Minnesota, he gave up 5 runs. Philly, he gave up 7 runs. Cincinnati, he gave up 5 runs. So I want to say it again. He seems like he's all or nothing here. And with the Brewers team that can hit lefties, I would only go with Brewers here. I'd take Brewers in the first 5 on the run line probably.
Okay. No action for me here. Let's keep it rolling. Rocco Rogers spitting some facts in the chat. Chat's on fire right now, so keep it coming, guys. Nice to see everyone. Hit the like button while you guys are here, obviously. We appreciate that. Minnesota, Houston. God bless Pablo Lopez yesterday. A casher for us. First 5. That was nice. Ronaldo Blanco is a fraud. We'll keep betting him against him. And so will the Astros.
Yesterday.
I don't know. He did pretty well, actually, but whatever. It's fine. Okay. He really didn't do poorly. It was like a 3-1 victory. I didn't look at what his stat line did, but he didn't do poorly.
It was enough for you to win.
Yeah. It was nice. I appreciated him folding for us. But Joe Ryan here against Framber Valdez. Very interesting. Joe Ryan has picked up his form quietly, just in the shadows here, has done well in his last few starts, and I respect it here. 7 innings, 1 hit, or 7 innings, 1 earned run ball, 9 Ks, no strikeouts against the Royals, and a big start. That's a big start against the Royals because obviously they're a competitor in their division. They went 7 innings, 3 hits, no earned runs against the Nationals. This is all coming off of a 5 1/3, 6 inning, 4 hits, or 4 earned run performance against the Yankees. So he's feeling good about himself. He's riding hot. I definitely think the Twins are live again here because I'll keep saying it. I don't think the Astros are that good. I don't know if they're my Rangers of this year, Dabby. I've been fully convinced of that. And congratulations to Houston Astros fans. You guys have just won the World Series. Because I just don't know if this team's going to make the playoffs. I know the AL East or the American League in general is really bad, but I don't trust this team. I won't be betting on this team very much, and I won't be betting on this team if they make the playoffs for sure. I'll be fading them actively, I'm sure. But again, we saw how that went with the Rangers last year. So Joe Ryan, I like. Framber Valdez, his last few starts, 6 innings, 6 hits, 3 earned runs against Seattle, got destroyed against the Angels, 5 innings, 8 earned runs there, and dominated the Oakland A's here. So very interesting to see all these up and down starts for him. Minnesota against lefties last month, 12th best, 104 weighted runs created plus. And the Houston Astros against righties last month, 8th, 110 weighted runs created plus. So let's talk about moneyline markets in this game. Only 31% of the bets, but 55% of the money on the Minnesota Twins here. So maybe sharp action, bigger bets on the Twins in this game. Moneyline wise, like most of these games, 96% of the bets and money on the over. Totals we'll start with there real quick. For it, opened up at an 8 minus 110, now down to 7.5. So kind of unsurprising there because I think these two pitchers are very good. So I don't know why all the money would be on the over, but I lean under, obviously. And this opened up at minus 127 for the Astros, now down to minus 122 at Bet Online here. And at our friends at Bovada, opened up at minus 130, now down to minus 125. So I do like the Minnesota Twins here, admittedly, to go back to the well. Obviously, we'll have to see first 5 or full game which way I like them here. By the way, spreadsheet dogs are in business here. First one is the Minnesota Twins, and the second one is the Arizona Diamondbacks we talked about earlier. Shout out to Slate. But yeah, I do like the Twins here as well. And I just need to go back and forth. And I would need to check the bullpen because it got pretty rested yesterday, courtesy of that long start here. So let me give it a refresh and see. And the Astros bullpen pretty spent as well. Now, Presley didn't throw yesterday, and Abreu hasn't thrown in the last 2 days, so they'll go. But Hader has thrown Wednesday and Thursday, and he didn't throw yesterday, but I don't expect him to be available here today as well, honestly. So we'll see who goes for them. But for the Twins, it was a big day because we talked about how taxed their bullpen was. Duran didn't throw, so he might be available for their sake. I hope they give him another day, but Griffin Jacks didn't throw, so it's going to be a pretty rested bullpen, and I'm excited to see that. So first 5 or full game, I might be on both. Who knows? But I like the Twins here, Dabby. What do you think?
Man, I think that I'm going to have to I already have a bet on a player prop here, but I think I'm going to have to get to the window because as you've been talking and I've been just sitting here looking at this 7.5, I get it. Valdez is somebody who we've seen throw, in the biggest situations over the last few years. He's been an A-state year in and year out. So that's why he's getting the juice here, even though the Twins have been the better baseball team and Ryan's been the better pitcher this season. Both of these guys are aces. I get it. Both of them have electric stuff. I just don't think this total's high enough. I would put it at 8.5, honestly, especially if we're playing in Houston here. I think both of these guys throw all right, but I think they both give up a little bit here. I'm going to be on Yordan Alvarez over 1.5 total bases. It is plus 130. Way too much value there. I know it's Joe Ryan, and I know opponents' batting averages aren't great against him, but I think big players step up in big moments, and, Astros are going to need Alvarez here in this game. I also like the over. I'm either going to take the first 5 over or the full game over. I need to look into it a little bit more, but I like the over.
Okay, over for Dabby Cab. I'm going to roll because I don't want to add both. I hate doubling up, and I've doubled up at several games, and you guys know how that goes.
Hey,
but
positive energy, bro. Aren't you off like 2 or 3 winning days in a row?
yes, but I am a
Positive
negative
energy.
Nancy at heart. I'm going to add both. This is going to be a pivotal day in the next 2 weeks of my life being. So I will add Minnesota first 5 and full game here, plus 111 full game, even money first 5. Oh boy, this is going to be a stressful fucking afternoon, Dabby Cab. And I'm Dabby, I'm a legendary around these parts for my game nights. I put on game nights when my friends ask me to, and I create Jeopardy style games for them, and I'm doing one tonight. So I'm going to be doing that while sweating out these games, and it's going to be an interesting mix. And I'm obviously going to be polluted tomorrow or today as well. So cannot wait for that. Now let's talk about one of the main events of the card. Oakland A's.
What?
Atlanta Braves here.
The best game of the day.
One of the two of them. Chris Sale, you see minus 298 on the screen. I don't give a fuck. It is a minus 300.
No,
essentially. Oh, yes, it is. This is a minus 300. I am betting against the Braves here. I am on the family friend of Nutflush Allen. I believe in Aaron Brooks. Nutflush, when Aaron Brooks comes on your boat this summer, God bless. Tell him that today, June 1st, I think it is June, was the day that he made history. That he came through for us against a minus 300 here. I cannot wait to watch this game. Consensus, by the way, is minus 310. Bovada's got minus 320. BetMGM across the board, all minus 300. So these guys can suck my balls. We cashed on one yesterday. We're going to cash on another one today. First 5, full game, Oakland A's. You guys know the sayings by now. No one should be a minus 300 in baseball. Not even the newly rejuvenated Chris Sale. So Oakland, first 5, plus 230. Full game, plus 250. I get it. Chris Sale, he's the bee's knees. He's back. He's been as good as he's ever been. It's hurt my feelings a little bit, but I've enjoyed watching him. Listen to these last 4 starts, Dabby. 7 innings, 4 hits, 1 earned run. 7 innings, 5 hits, shut. 7 innings, 2 hits, shut. 6 innings, 6 hits, shut. That's all Chris Sale. And by the way, 10 strikeouts, 1 walk. 9 strikeouts, no walks. 9 strikeouts, no walks. 8 strikeouts, 1 walk. What could possibly go wrong, Dabby? Oakland A's here for me. Go ahead.
What could possibly go wrong is Aaron Brooks could give it up to the one of the better hitting teams in baseball. Even though they're down, they're still 8th in batting average. And,
are you about to slander Aaron Brooks, Nutflush Allen's good friend?
Is he really Nutflush Allen's good friend?
They fished together. They fished together before. Once.
Well, I mean, I guess he's got a career ERA of about like what, 5.5. 6?
You gonna slander him? Nutflush in front of Nutflush in the chat right now.
Shout out to our guy Nutflush. I wouldn't slander Nutflush, but I definitely slander Brooks. Look, I wouldn't bet this game. If I was, it would be a Braves team total. But that shit's sitting at 5 or 5.5, even with the game sitting at 7.5, which there's no chance I'm betting that on a home team. So pass. I will root for you. Go Athletics.
Yeah, let's go A's. All right. And by the way, it would be a little funny, Tori, if he threw a no-hitter. Admittedly, it would be a little funny. But let's fucking ride here. Market in this game, by the way, you guys will be shocked to hear 96% of the bets, 98% of the money on the Atlanta Braves. But that actually did just go down a little bit. So I guess the people watching the show betting the A's immediately. 4% of the bets and 2% of the money. That's us, guys. That's us. We're the 4% of the bets, 2% of the money.
Not me.
Come on. And Nufflush saying, what's Oakland team total instead? It's another good look. It's another good look here. Let me look. I don't want to triple up on this game, but it's 3.5. Oh, that's the wrong game. It's 2.5 minus 120. 2.5.
Oh my God, that's the lowest I've ever seen.
2.5.
Wow. What is their first 5? Minus a half? Get 1 run? Jesus,
that's
Christ.
awesome. Okay, Nufflush. I'll keep that in mind next time. I don't want to triple up on this game and be super invested. Action Jackson, you must be new here, Action Jackson. You must be new around here when it comes to the minus 300 fade. We'll see. I hope you're around tomorrow because either I lost my ass and you can gloat, or I'm going to laugh at you, Action Jackson. So I hope you're here tomorrow. But we'll see how it goes. And odds are I'm going to lose my ass. So I hope you're here to gloat. Padres Royals on our next game. God damn it. I wanted to take the Royals yesterday, and thank God I didn't because they blew the fuck up. I forgot what inning it is, 7th, 8th, but just gave up all the game. I think it was like 7 singles in a row they had. It's crazy. I think the Royals are a good team, and I do believe in them here, but I don't want to bet them again here. It's just a little hesitant for me. 61% of the bets, 74% of the money on the Padres. And totals wise, again, 97% of the bets, 98% of the money on the over. Not really surprising. Joe Musgrove and the Padres opened up at minus 103, actually. The Royals were favored here, and this line has just done the old flipperoo and said, I'm going to take Padres here. Minus 117 now as well. Very interesting. And actually, BetOnline does this shit all the time. They fucking put out a shitty fake opener. It's not even a fake opener, I should say. It's just a shitty opener. So, like, other places open this at Padres minus 118. So it's not even a full flip, I should say. So excuse me there. Bookmaker opened this at minus 116. San Diego here. They're also put out one of those shitty openers. So again, I lean Royals. I don't think Joe Musgrove has been very good all year. We'll talk about his last few starts here real quick as well, but he's not been the guy he was last year, and we talked about that with Moose Money. His last 3 starts have been good, so we can see it turning around, I guess, but I still don't trust him if I'm going to be honest. 5 1/3, 6 hits, 1 earned run against the Yankees. Only 3 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned against the Cincinnati Reds, and a back-to-back against them, where his first start was 6 innings, 4 hits, 2 earned runs there. So no action for me. I'll be keeping my eye on Joe Musgrove to see if he pitches well here again, because maybe he'll go on a run here as well. But I think Alec Marsh is a decent pitcher, and I think the Royals will be motivated. So no action for me here. What do you think?
I don't know what to make of Musgrove. The Royals, too, sitting at home. Kansas City is 21-9 right now at home. That's not on the run line or anything. That's just straight up. But still 21-9 at home. And they're going against Musgrove, who has not been good, this season. His last 2 starts, I know, were decent, but he's still struggling to make it through 5 innings. And that's one thing I look for in a starting pitcher. I like to feel comfortable with my starter going 6 innings, right? I like to think that they can get through 6, possibly 7, 8 if they have the best day ever, right? He hasn't been able to get through 5. I do not trust Musgrove here. I would only bet the Royals, or I would not bet this game. Alec Marsh hasn't been great. His last 3 starts, he's 1-2 with like a 4.5 ERA, I think. But his whip is still down at 1.11. Just a few too many walks, 5 walks in the 19 strikeouts in that little section. I think Marsh will have a good game here against the Padres team that's struggling a bit. I would look at Luis Ariz over 1.5 total bases. I've been silently cashing that a lot. He gets it, more than he doesn't. So if you're looking for a prop, look for Ariz over 2.5 total bases or 1.5 total bases, but no bet on this game.
Yeah, he's great. I love Luis Ariz. I love him.
He's outstanding.
Yeah, he's great. I'm gonna sneeze. Woo! There we go. Jesus. All right, we're back. Thank you. Stacks, by the way, play of the day is the over in this game. Over 9 in this game. All right, and by the way, Nufflush is going to tell Aaron, that you said that. I hope he's gonna record this and he's gonna send Aaron Brooks this part where you said Dabby Cab says he's gonna get his fucking tits ripped.
Well, if we're gonna do this,
destroyed.
Let me go back in and I'll go in on him. Even though I don't have any thoughts on this guy one way or the other, I'll act like I don't like him. I'll give you a better video. This guy fucking sucks. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, God. Shout out to Aaron Brooks there. Let's fucking ride.
Major league pitcher, more like little league bitch.
Little league bitch. That's a good one. That's a good one. All right. And Markel, I will turn off my mic. I'm sorry. I had got that on full HD for you guys, I'm sure. Rangers Marlins. Cabby Dab. Here I am. I'm outstretched, ready to take all of the bullets today because my card features all of the disgusting teams on the board, including the Miami Marlins here. Miami Marlins, first 5, full game for me here against the Texas Rangers. First of all, the Rangers got their ass kicked yesterday. That was kind of surprising to see. Today, we'll start with this month, actually. This month against lefties, the Rangers have been horrific. 74 weighted runs created plus and 350 plate appearances. That whole month's bad. Bad ball. Ryan Weathers, lefty, coming off of a very impressive start. Now, I don't know. You'll have to gauge your level of impressiveness of it. Arizona, 6 innings, 4 hits, no earned runs. Arizona allegedly hits lefties very good, but, their last month against lefties was horrific as well. So make that note of what you will. He also went to the Brewers, 7 innings, 2 hits, 2 runs, 1 of them earned. And then at Detroit, 8 innings, 3 hits, no earned runs. He's just been on a run. I'll ride the hot hand here. I love that. Market in this game. Another reason why, obviously, I'm on the Miami Marlins here. 54% of the bets, 56% of the money on the Rangers in this game. However, this line opened up at minus 119 Rangers. Minus 119 at Bet Online. Bovada has minus 125. And Bookmaker opened it at minus 125. Heritage opened it at minus 118. And as you guys can see, this has done a full flip. Minus 106 now at Bet Online. For the Miami Marlins here favored. Minus 104 for the Rangers. Bovada has minus 114 for Miami here. So I think they're just going to take advantage of the Rangers' poor ability to hit lefties. Michael Lorenzen, good but not great. I just think the Miami Marlins will be good enough to get to them. Their average against righties last month, they are exactly 14th, 101 weighted runs created plus. So I think they just get to them here. So Miami Marlins, first 5 full game for me. Dabby, what do you think?
I had no bet in this game, but after listening to you talk on it for a while, I kind of want to take the Rangers first 5. Look, I get it. Rangers aren't a good baseball team compared to where they were last year, but they are still hands down a better baseball team than the Marlins. I'm just going to say that right now. Lineup.
That's true.
From start to finish, they have a better lineup. If you're going to ask me who's the better pitching, I'd say it's a wash in this matchup. Weathers has been pitching better. He has been doing better. He's got an opponent batting average of 229. It's not bad. I just think the Rangers have the better offense. I think that this game is setting up for the Rangers have been losing so much. You're getting a little bit of value on them here. I like the Rangers first 5.
Look at the stat by Morgan Spooners. The Marlins haven't won a game after scoring 8 or more in 2 years. That is crazy. Or sorry, in years, I should say. That's nuts. All right. Well, I'm going to stay on the Marlins. I like the Marlins here. I think the market's telling us something, and it's shocking that, you would think with all that line movement, the Marlins money's on the Marlins here. So, and I think Ryan Weathers is just hot. We ride him while he's hot.
What did you just say?
Ride him while he's hot.
No, that is not what I heard. I'm not going to repeat what I heard, but that was not okay, Jose.
Sorry. Ride him while he's hot. There we go. Nationals, Cleveland, so we can move on and Dabby cannot just die of laughter over there. Are you all right, Dabby?
Well, I can't believe that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm with Jason, bro. You need to go take a lap. I'll start this next game. You need to go fuck.
All right, I'll take a lap.
He's actually going to take a lap. Parker, man, and these Nationals, I tell you what, anybody who's been back in these Nationals has been making some money here. Let me pull this up really quick for you guys. Guardians also, but Nationals lately have been. Let me pull this up. Let me get the intro. All right, let's see. All right, Lively sitting at 4-2 on the season. Parker sitting at 4-2 on the season. Total sitting here at 8 on this game. I got no bet here, Jose. I lean Nationals just because I think the Nationals have been a moneymaker for people the past couple weeks. Past week. I don't want to outstretch it and say couple weeks. The past week or so. Parker pitched well in his last 2 starts, and Lively has been – he's just been winning. I don't think he's been great, but he's been winning, right? Cleveland's won 4 of Lively's 5 starts here on the season. He's done a good job getting deep into the games, too. If you heard me talking about it earlier, I need my pitchers to go deep into games. I don't want pitchers that struggle to get through 5 innings. Lively's one of those guys that I trust to get deep into the game here. I would just look under. I'm not betting this game, but I'd look under.
It feels like everyone just like rewinded just to hear what I accidentally said. And I took a lap, guys. The lap was taken. I ran around. The lap was taken. So I'm forgiven now. By the way, Ryan Keselowski is right. Where is Mike? He does like sitting on laps.
Cost you $10 if you want to park.
Do it.
But Jose, how much?
Yeah.
I think you were the one sitting on laps right there.
He enjoyed it though. You heard that, Giddy. You got that smile. Let's play it again. Let's just play it again. Look at this smile from Mike.
Cost you $10 if you want to park.
Do it.
But Jose, how much?
Yeah. Have you ever seen him happier?
No, he does look pretty happy. I'll say that. Both of these teams suck at hitting here. I kind of like the under in this game. The more I sit here and look at it, both of these teams are hitting under 240 as a team. Not good.
Yeah, the Guardians against lefties last month. Let's talk about that here because it's very interesting. They're 7th best, 121 weighted runs created plus, just hitting the ball full season as well. 4th best, 122 weighted runs created plus, just really good against lefties. Now, if you guys watched the program for a little bit, you guys know that Mitchell Parker is in my rotation. He is quietly very good. And I think the Nationals hit on another starting pitcher here. Now, he's given up 3 earned runs in his last few starts. But I think for the expectations, this guy, no one knew who the fuck this guy was coming into the season. This guy's just been solid. I mean, 4-2 on the Nationals. Him, Mackenzie Gore, and Trevor Williams are the 300 monster. And it's quite funny to watch. Atlanta, 5 innings, 3 earned runs, 6 Ks, no walks. Great start. 6 innings, 7 hits, 3 earned runs, 1 home run, 7 Ks, 1 walk against Minnesota. 5 innings, 5 hits, 3 earned runs against the White Sox, which should have been better, honestly. 5 2/3, 5 hits, 2 earned runs against the Orioles. I just think he's a quality lefty, and that's the thing about fading him or trying to back him here. The Guardians have been good against lefties, and this is the day I stayed off of him here. Now, if he gets touched up, I hope he does for you guys' sake that are on the Guardians, but 86% of the bets, 99% of the money on them here. This line has gone down as well. Bet Online opened this up at a -170 for the Guardians, now -150. Bovada had it at -158, now -152. And a bookmaker opened this up at -165, now -150. So, like I said, I do like the Nationals here. I would stay off the Guardians, but I'll stay off and I'll be on the sidelines watching, hoping the Nationals win. So, no action for me. You're muted.
I just hit the repost button on the Pub Sports Radio show. Anybody in the chat, if you can, man, go out there and share it. Hit the like button and share the video. It helps us grow here. I've been saying it. As soon as we hit 200 live, we'll do a giveaway. We're just over 150, so it could happen. but we're going to need y'all's help for it to actually get there.
Yeah, but hold on, Cab. You know what my favorite part about this is? You know, obviously Jason's been making fun of me, and it's all in good fun. But look at Jason's picture. He's talking shit to me about, I'm excited about. Look at Jason's picture.
That looks like Jose when he used to wrestle. He was the guy on bottom.
No, yeah, I was obviously the guy on bottom. But by the way, 2-14, guys. Tell your friends. 2-14. I got up quickly. That's why I always took bottom. But shout out to Jason here. I love how that's his picture, and he's talking shit to me. But again, shout out to you, Jason. But do you have any thoughts on this game? Do you have any action on this game? We can move on.
No, nothing. I'd lean under, but I'd probably go first 5 under just because I don't trust bullpens here, especially not the Nationals bullpen. But I lean first 5 under.
Okay. And I was told to check David Fry's numbers against lefties, and obviously he's facing a lefty here today. Maybe that will be my hypothetical total base guy today to see if I'm good at them. David Fry against lefties, specifically versus lefty this year. 46, that doesn't make sense. 67 plate appearances. He's hitting .413, pretty good. 5 home runs there, 15 RBIs, 17 walks. Jesus, that's crazy. He only has 6 walks against righties, but 17 against lefties. 3 intentional walks. Jesus Christ. I bet you 3 intentional walks is probably like top 5 in the league, and that's for fucking David Fry. That's crazy. I'm now going to investigate the top leader in intentional walks. So that's very interesting. What chat? Let me know, AOD. Let me know what David Fry over bases is there. But let's go on to our next game here. Angels Mariners here, Dabby. You talk about this game. We'll let you start this off while I randomly look up intentional base walk leaders.
I tell you what, man, Detmers.
Oh, by the way, Dabby, my favorite thing you say, the most southern thing you say is, I tell you what. And it makes me laugh every time you say it.
When did I say that?
You literally just said it, and you say it when you start. I tell you what. It makes me laugh. So go ahead.
Pretty sure I've never had an accent like that, but maybe. I guess I just didn't know it. I don't trust Detmers here. I've said this. When was it? Last show here when I said every Angels pitcher is Reed Detmers. I don't know what it is, but every pitcher.
That's true.
Really, yeah, it is. I mean, literally, he pitches for him every game. I don't know how he does it. It's like a softball pitcher or something. You know, the Mariners have absolutely dominated this series between the Angels and the Mariners here. And I know Miller, he had a rough month of May, I guess. But overall in the season, he's been good. And he's done good against the Angels. He's got some history against them. I don't want to step in front of Seattle here. I think you find a way to lay the first 5 run line with Seattle or pass here. And with how low scoring and how low the volatility is on these games, maybe you could just look for a team total because I don't know. I don't trust somebody to cover a run line here.
This game pissed me the fuck off yesterday. I had a moment of just genuine blind rage yesterday, Dabby, and it was because I had the first 5 under 3.5 in this game, and it was 3-0 in the first inning. I was just furious. I already counted it as a loss, as you know, Dabby, and fucking of course it goes all the way to the 5th inning, 3-0, and I get my stupid hopes up, Dabby. I start like feeling something a little bit. I'm like, oh my God, am I going to win? Am I going to pull this out of my ass right now? Bottom of the 5th, 1 run for the Mariners, fucking 4-0. Fucking infuriated me that I got my hopes up. Oh my God, I was so angry. Just score the 4 runs in the first inning. Let me lose the bet. Don't get my hopes up. Just stab me in the heart. Put me out of my misery. God, it's so annoying. Ryan Kozlowski, I'm not on the WNBA game. I would lean Chicago Sky, though. I haven't betted WNBA in a little bit because I've been trying to get my fucking baseball shit back here. But yeah, I lean Sky. And by the way, here's your random intentional walk leaders. Dabby Cab, you want to guess who's number 1?
Who gets walked the most?
Intentionally.
Seager, I already know.
Corey Seager, 7 leads.
Yeah, every time I bet on him, he gets intentionally walked. Shout out to him though. He's cashed it the last 3 or 4 times I bet on him, so I am back in the green betting him.
That is very funny. Do you want to guess who's number 2? Tied for second. There's 2 people.
Let's say Aaron Judge.
No.
Yordan Alvarez.
No. It is someone very good, obviously, as well.
Bryce Harper.
Bryce Harper is tied for 6. My old friend, Josh Naylor. Josh Naylor of the Cleveland Guardians. Very funny. Very funny. And then Salvador Perez, 4th. Very interesting.
Hey, look, the chat like this, we need to start. Hey, maybe we'll start bringing some trivia questions, and whoever does it, we'll find something to do for you. I like that.
Jesus, yeah, we I didn't realize we were all guessing names in the chat. But yes, those were.
Who's that? That
Babe Ruth. Yeah, Babe Ruth. I'm glad, by the way. Let's keep adding more Negro League stats and keep erasing Babe Ruth off the record books. He is a murderer. Allegedly.
Is he really?
Allegedly.
What do you mean allegedly? Like he got away with
there's so the story goes, Dabby. Let's talk about Babe Ruth being a murderer. So he had a wife. He wanted to divorce. He wanted to divorce his wife. The wife did not want a divorce. And then somehow her house burned down.
And she was
yeah, of course. Now, was she a smoker? Yeah. Did she fall asleep with a cigarette in her mouth? Maybe. Am I still going to blame Babe Ruth? Yes. Yes, I am.
Wait, so he didn't kill her. You're just trying to make it sound like it?
I wasn't there, so who's to say? I can't say for certain. He's not a murderer.
Bro, I'll never understand how a cigarette or a joint can start a whole fucking fire.
I won't either. I don't either. That doesn't make sense to me in my head. But they made him tough back there. You know, those things probably caught fire and looked like a fucking sparkler.
Bro, my house has wood everywhere, and I'm pretty sure it wouldn't catch fire if I dropped a joint.
Yeah, I agree. But again, they were like fucking. I'm assuming they had like sparklers basically what they were smoking back then.
Look at that. He said Babe was also a former orphan and always made a point to visit orphanage with baseball.
Boo!
We're talking about a saint here, probably.
Boo! Yeah, fuck that guy. Markel's just
damn. That's what Jose got out of it. Woo!
Markel, wow. Oh man, that is funny. That's good. That's good. Markel is putting Drake and Babe Ruth in the same category there. So
Morgan Spooner's talking about the Babe movie. Only movie I know that has Babe Ruth in it is A Sandlot. Legends never die, kid.
No, there's a Babe Ruth movie, and it's I haven't watched. It's called Babe. There's also I think a movie called Babe about a pig as well. We should keep talking about baseball at some point. We've gone so far down this line, but just know that Babe Ruth, who knows, might be a bad guy. Might be a bad guy. All right, let's talk about Reds Cubs here. Hunter Green versus Justin Steele. Is Babe Ruth in Field of Dreams? I don't think he is. I don't think they had the budget for him, Steve. I think they only used racist Ty Cobb. I think. I'm not sure about that though. I haven't watched Field of Dreams in quite a little bit. That's I'll admit it's a good movie, but Field of Dreams might be a white people movie. I'm not gonna lie.
It's not. Why would you? Movie.
Why would you build a field and want just like hundreds of thousands of people to come to your house? That sounds like a horrible time.
They're ghosts, Jose. Have you not watched the movie?
Yeah, but people are coming to see them. Why the fuck? I would charge so much fucking money to see those fucking ghosts. If you want to see some ghosts to come on my house, 100,000. Fucking come on.
I'm just saying it's, I imagine being the wife in that situation. It's like you got this farm and then all of a sudden your husband's like, no, we got to build a baseball field. Fuck the farm.
Look at my corn. Yeah. Look at my corn. I need to feed my children. It's great. It's great. And by the way, Preston, this is a good one. When people call their girlfriend wives babe, they're referencing the movie about a fat pig. Not a great compliment at all. See?
Thank you,
See?
Preston. Now I'm gonna call my wife babe a whole lot more. Just kidding.
Man, I can't. I don't. I would never want to build a field in my cornfield and then have all these ghosts come up. At least they saved my choking daughter at one point, so that's great.
The ghost saved his daughter. See, I don't even know the movie.
Yeah. So and
well, I'm
they're
out.
Ghost. They're ghost. They're ghost, and he did a Heimlich. I don't get that point, but whatever. It's a great movie. And we're not talking about Reds Cub with a good pitching matchup here in Hunter Green and Justin Steele. So let's talk about Hunter Green as we get back on track here. I'm sure everyone enjoys our random baseball movie chats and talking about Babe Ruth. Good old Hunter Green's coming off of a stellar start, 2 stellar starts against the Los Angeles Dodgers. So please put some respect on his name. 6 innings, 5 hits, 1 earned run. 6 1/3, 4 hits, 2 earned runs on a home run, both against the Dodgers back to back. I think that is extremely impressive here. Now going against the Cubs with Justin Steele, who we all had a lot of high hopes for coming into the season. He pulled his hamstring, and finally had a really good start. 7 innings, 3 hits, no earned runs against Milwaukee. Coming off of 5 earned runs against Atlanta, and hopefully that's the start that gets him going. I just don't trust him enough. Really, for me, this is a Reds or pass game. 78% of the bets, 79% of the money on the Cubs here. This line opened up at -130. It's gone up too as well. So, not a game I was looking to bet on, and I probably will end up staying off just because of that as well. So 93% of the bets, 92% of the money on the over in this game. I do lean first 5 under if I was going to bet a total in this game. 7 open up there, still there. No action for me. What do you think?
This is a very tough game. I think you're right. You're getting value on Green as a dog here. I just read what Preston said. He said he worked on a minor league team that Kevin Costner had. He said the team went under. He built it. They did not come. It didn't work for him in real life, only in the movie.
He's like, God damn it. I thought it would work.
Right. Hunter Green, man, he's starting to control the walks a little bit more. He's only had, 4 walks in his last 3 starts. But then you go back before that against Arizona and Baltimore. He had 5 against Arizona, 4 against Baltimore. I've always thought Hunter Green has electric stuff. He has ace material stuff. I just don't know if he has it here, right between the ears. Lately, he has. If he can control it and he can stop walking people, I think he's going to be phenomenal. But I got to trust him not to walk people. And I guess right now, if I had a free bet, I would take the Reds at plus money here. No doubt about it. But I'm not quite there with Hunter Green yet.
Does it make you feel better? His last few starts, 5 Ks, 1 walk, 8 Ks, 2 walks, 5 Ks, 1 walk?
Yes, that's the last 3 starts that I was just saying. Yeah, he's gotten better. If he can keep his walks down, he's going to be phenomenal. I'll say that again.
We won't talk about the 6 Ks, 5 walks, and 5 Ks, 4 walks before then. But
right,
yeah, this is going to be interesting to see how he does. And I agree with you. It's all about K to walk for him. And Morgan Spooner asking good questions about how in the hypothetical world do I end up with a cornfield. I do know a girl that shows cows in Oklahoma, so maybe I can call on a favor and see if her father can find us a good cornfield in Oklahoma. Who knows? Maybe that's the next step.
Even grow corn in Oklahoma?
Who knows? I have no fucking idea. But we're rolling with the hypothetical.
You're thinking about like the Midwest, like Iowa and fucking Nebraska.
We're in the hypothetical hot tub right now. We're just thinking this out, and this is a good brainstorming, Morgan. How do I end up with a cornfield? Is now I need to think about my next 4 years. And Craig Wood just said no, just wheat. Oh, okay. Oh, never mind. Steve's got us. Steve has got us. He's got a great, massive cornfield. His cousins have a massive cornfield in Illinois. So we're good. So good. We're all heading up to Illinois, Cabby.
Illinois.
Yeah, Illinois.
Is it
Yeah,
Illinois or Illinois?
I don't know. That's how I say it. Illinois.
Okay, just checking. I don't know. I'm not an English major. I don't know either. Just sounded funny.
I'll just, I have a good built-in excuse, Dabby. English is my second language. Sorry, guys. Illinois. Cardinals, Phillies. Oh God, I already feel all the Illinois comments coming, and Coogie Cam's already there. So good. No one's saying go to Chicago, Markel. We're just going to the rural areas of Illinois to build a cornfield, and racist old ghosts will come out, and it'll be great. Cardinals, Phillies here. A really, really good pitching matchup here. One that I'll be genuinely excited to watch. Sonny Gray versus Ranger Suarez. We remember Sonny Gray because he finished last year second in the Cy Young and has been quietly pitching really well again on the Cardinals here, but no one cares because he's on the Cardinals. 5 innings, 1 hit, no earned runs against the Cubs. 5 2/3, 3 hits, 3 runs. Only one of them earned against Baltimore in his last 2 starts. He did get touched up, 6 innings, 8 hits, 5 earned runs against the Angels as well. So keep that note on you while he's facing Ranger Suarez, who finally has lost a decision here. He was on a hell of a streak. It was like before Babe Ruth was born since the last time a Phillies pitcher had won 9 consecutive decisions there. So shout out to Ranger Suarez. His last start was rocky, and that is not because he faced the Rockies. 6 innings, 3 hits, 5 runs, 4 of them earned, 9 Ks, 4 walks there in Coors. So when he's not in Coors, he's dominating. So we'll see if that translates and he bounces back here. Obviously, this is like a first you look at it, you're like, oh, I want to bet the under in this game. But I didn't move on it. And 98% of the bets, 97% of the money on the over. Sometimes I feel like action's bullshitting us with all these fucking overs. But 7.5 opener down to a 7, minus 120 to the over. I lean under, but I didn't move anywhere with this one. Dabby, what do you think?
I think this is the best pitching matchup on the day. There's no question about that. And, Cardinals have been playing better for as much as everybody, and myself included, like to hate on the Cardinals. They're 1 game under 500 right now. And sadly, in this year, one game under 500 isn't so bad. 1 game under 500 puts you at second in most divisions right now, which is crazy if you think about that. But it's where we're at. Nobody's really winning baseball games. That being said, the Phillies are winning baseball games. And I know Sonny Gray pitched against them earlier this year. It was his first start on April 9th. He went 5 innings. He gave up 5 hits and no runs, 5 strikeouts. So he was able to hold the Phillies down. They were still able to plate 5 base runners in that game, or they put 5 base runners on the base paths. I think the Phillies get to him here. I think minus 140. They're putting it right there where you have to take the run line unless you want to lay a little extra juice. But I'm going to avoid all that. I'm going to take the Phillies team total over 3.5 at minus 120. I know how good Gray is. I still think we can get a couple runs off of him, and then we'll get a couple runs off the bullpen. Somebody's got to win this game. I think it's the Phillies, and I think whoever wins this game puts up 4 or 5 runs. I think it's like a 5-2 ball game type thing.
Fair enough. I'll stay off. I enjoy all the corn chat in the chat. It's nice to see everyone. Dabby Cav, fun fact about me. I obviously don't eat corn very often. There's only 2 times I'll eat corn, and one of them is Rudy's cream corn here, and it is the best corn you'll ever have. Shout out to Rudy's. Do you have Rudy's in Dallas? I'm assuming you have Rudy's in Dallas.
Is that your whole story that you don't eat corn? The fuck, man? Is that where that went?
Yeah. I was giving Rudy's a shout out.
I was waiting for some like good corn part of the story to come.
No,
be like popcorn doesn't count. Jose.
It does not. I agree with you there. But shout out to Rudy's cream corn. Fucking goated. Next game, Giants, Yankees. Cody Poteet starting for the Yankees here against Logan Webb. What are we going to get from Cody Poteet? Because Dabby Cab, I immediately wanted to bet the New York Yankees here against these Giants. Very interesting. Cody's been up once this season. He's been in the minors basically all year, but he came up once for a spot start. 6 innings, 6 hits, 1 earned run, 4 Ks, no walks, and a home run allowed. His last few starts in the minors have not been good. 4 innings, 5 hits, 3 earned runs. 5 innings, 4 hits, 3 earned runs. 3 2/3, 5 hits, 6 runs, 5 of them earned. Not good, but I do expect him to step up here in the opportunity to be in the majors. Maximum focus. I think he comes up and pitches well. Now, obviously, on the other side, we have Logan Webb, who's a fucking dog in his own right. Was my preseason Cy Young Award winner, if I had to pick one. But he's been great. 7 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned run against the Mets. Sorry, 1 run not earned even. Pirates, 6 innings, 6 hits, 2 earned runs. Dodgers, 6 innings shutout. Has been really good. He's only had really 2 bad starts of 5 earned runs and 4 earned runs against the Red Sox and Phillies on the road. But at home especially has been dominant. This is going to be interesting to see how he faces a Yankees offense I think is really good at home. I lean towards the Yankees. I'm just going to stay off, as I lean towards the Yankees, I said, and I'm going to stay off, I should say. 51% of the bets and 97% of the money on the Yankees. Wow. 49% of the bets, only 3% of the money on the Giants is nuts. And 76% of the bets and 60% of the money on the over here. Total opened up at a 7.5. Juice to the over. Juice is going down to the under now, -115 to the under. And for the money line here, opened up at -105 each way and has actually moved towards the Giants, interestingly enough. I'm off. I lean Yankees, but no action. Dabby, anything for you?
I'm laughing at our chat here right now, man. NJ Stryker said he just called his wife babe and she jumped on him. She doesn't think that he's seen the movie. She's seen the movie. That's funny.
Oh, good. That's good.
This is a tough one here, man. As much as I would like the Yankees, I don't know what to expect from Petit. And, I didn't think he had a history, but I guess he does. He threw in 12 games this was 2022. So he threw in 12 games in 2022 with Miami, had a 3.86 ERA. There's 28 innings pitched. So I don't know much about this guy. I don't like betting games where I don't know. And Logan Webb for me is somebody who I either find a way to get behind or I stay away. I do not go against Logan Webb.
Fair. Especially at home. Especially at home, it's very tough to do. So I lean Yankees. I'm glad I'm staying off. A lot of the chat on the Giants. So I like that Coogie Cam on the Giants. And shout out to
Coogie. You got a great pitcher in Logan Webb to back.
Yeah. So I don't blame you at all. All right. The other main event on the board for me. Here we are yet again. Now, admittedly, I thought about this and I was like, I should probably start doing first 5 full games on another series because I think it's kind of rare when you see back-to-back -300 victories. And we had one last night, obviously. Wasn't there really no sweat either. It was kind of nice. The Dodgers bats just were not there. But today we've got Yamamoto, who obviously is the bee's knees and it's very good. Maybe I would say probably second and NL Rookie of the Year with him and Imanaga. But he's been vulnerable this year, Dabby. He's been vulnerable. He's not really been your highest paid pitcher ever kind of material this year so far. 5 innings, 6 hits, 4 earned runs against Cincinnati at Cincinnati. His first time pitching in Cincinnati too. Super hitter friendly, so I can kind of forgive that. Arizona, 6 1/3, 7 hits, 2 earned runs. The Giants, 5 1/3, 5 hits, 4 earned runs as well. And he went 8 innings, 5 hits, 2 earned runs against Miami. I think he's just a little vulnerable here, and I'm going to hope that the Rockies can find some fucking momentum. And Kyle Quantrill, who has quietly, it's been Austin Gomber and Cal for the best pitchers on the Rockies. And he's been just a really good pitcher for us to back, honestly. Shout out to Port Dope. 6 innings, 3 hits, 2 earned runs. 6 innings, 3 hits, 2 earned runs. 6 innings, 6 hits, 1 earned run. Just been solid for the last month or so. Hoping that continues. let's pray together, guys. So Rockies first 5, full game for me. First 5 plus 235, full game plus 275. And we fucking need it excruciatingly bad. So Dabby Cab.
I'm with Kelly, man. I'm with Kelly on this, Jose. I'm sitting here looking at this total, man. 7.5 feels low. And if you like the Rockies to do something against Yamamoto, even if they can give me 1 or 2 runs, man, that first 5 over 4 is looking beautiful, man. I guess this is the last game, so I got to decide now. I think I'll probably take that first 5. Go ahead and wrap this up, but I like that first 5 over 4.
Okay, well, I'll tell you guys this as well. While I was going to finalize while Dabby was talking, I'm going to bet the full game over in the Rays game, the game that went from an 8.5 to a 7.5. We'll take the over there, minus 120 to the over there. So 7.5. Yeah, I have a lot of bets today.
When the fuck did I make 5 bets?
That's very funny. I have a lot of bets today, but it's because of double ups, and it makes me nervous for sure. It definitely makes me nervous. But you guys know the deal with the minus 300s, obviously. There's going to be a shitload of money. 88% of the bets, 82% of the money on the Dodgers, which is kind of not that much given it's minus 300. This line opened up minus 320 at... For whatever reason, I bet online it's now minus 295. It's dropped from 325 to minus 295. This was minus 345 at Bovada, and now it's minus 320. So this is, good vibes. Good vibes. Bookmaker had minus 300 opener, now minus 290. So good vibes. Good vibes. We'll see here. And again, if you like these minus 300 fades, take a team total too. Nut Flush has been on it as well. So shout out to you, Steve. Nice to see you in the chat. It was nice to see a new name in here. And thank you for allowing us to use your cousin's cornfield.
I've been seeing Steve past few days, man. Glad to see you in here, Steve. Anybody that's in there that listens that doesn't get in the chat, get in the chat, man. We're a family in here. We don't always got to agree, but it's good to have the different opinions. That's how we get better. It's how we get smarter. It's how we get sharper.
Agreed. Dabby, any thoughts on this game?
I'm going to take that first 5 over 4. I moved on it while you were talking. First 5 over 4 here. Let me see what the juice was I just took. I think it was minus 108. Let me double check. Yeah, minus 108. And by the way,
Steve's been around for a year plus, apparently, but it's nice to now see you in the chat. I don't know if you've just been watching, or maybe we're just oblivious assholes, but nice to see you, Steve.
Well, I've been noticing you the past couple of weeks. Good to see you in here, Steve, either way, right? Either way. Look at Jose throwing that split finger. Good for you, Jose. Man, shout out to all you guys in the chat. Morgan, Justin, JPZ, Abel, Nunya, my dude, Nut Flush right there, man. We're going to be meeting up next week for the finals in Dallas. I'm pretty sure, Jose, have you finalized anything?
What do you mean? What do I need to finalize? It's just me driving up.
Well, when are you driving up? Because LJ wants to drive down from Houston. I told him he could crash here too. So LJ is going to meet us. You're going to meet us down here. Dutch said he might come. I don't know. We'll see. I don't think it. But does anybody in the chat live close enough to Dallas where you could meet us for the finals? We'd love to kick it with you guys. Smoke one.
Yeah, that's
have a beer.
Friday. Yeah, and obviously finals tickets are absurd. So it'd be definitely. Yeah, no, I had my hopes up for that, but yeah, Friday, June 14th is game 4. I think that's when people are coming. I'm not sure, Dabby, but that is obviously a Friday, good time, people getting off work, et cetera, et cetera. So if you're in that area, Friday, June 14th, let us know. As always, we'll be hanging out. Where, when,
right by the state. I mean, we can go to American Airlines, man. There's some really good bars that are right there by it. We can interview people going in and out of the game, getting there, interview people coming out of the game after the game. Be a bunch.
Did you talk to our boy T? Did you talk to our boy T? What is he doing?
I think I asked him on Monday, but I don't remember what he said. I think he's down to come. Oh yeah, he said if I had mushrooms, and I told him, of course, I got mushrooms.
Okay, well there you go. That's an easy way to get T to come over. I guess that's very funny. All right, Let's recap our action here, Dabby Cap. We've been going for over an hour here. It's been an interesting show, to say the least. We took on Big Corn. We're going to move to Illinois People don't like how I say Illinois. That's okay. Apparently, Troy's going to kick my ass, too, because of how I said it, but I'm excited about that. I'm excited about this card here. And let's recap. Dabby, I'll go first. It's a really nervous day for me because I have a lot of action, and it's a lot of plus money dogs, obviously. Colorado, first 5 money line, plus 235. Colorado, full game money line, plus 275. Oakland, first 5 money line, plus 230. Oakland, full game, plus 250. Miami, money line, minus 104. Miami, first 5 money line, minus 115. Minnesota, first 5 money line, plus 100. Minnesota, full game money line, plus 111. Toronto, Baltimore, over 7.5, minus 120 for me. Woo! It's going to be an exciting day. And by the way, for record keeping purposes here, David Fry is going to be my. I'm tracking this to see if I'm good enough to bet total base props, and if I have a good enough record over like a month or so, I will start betting them. But David Fry is going to be my over 1.5 bases, and I will look at that price while Debbie Cap goes ahead and tells us what his action is today, because he has 5 bets. He's fucking
I don't know
he's
how
got a hell of bets today.
Right? I'm going to take the Rangers first 5 money line, minus 105. So we're opposite right there. I'll root for your full game though. I got the first 5 over 4 in the Minnesota-Houston game at minus 107. First 5 over 4. I took Yordan Alvarez over 1.5 bases. I was only able to get plus 116. The plus 130 is gone. But I still like it. Yordan Alvarez over 1.5 bases, plus 117. Then I got Phillies team total over 3.5 at minus 121. And then I've got the Dodgers, Rockies, first 5 over 4 at minus 108.
All right, beautiful. And by the way, that David Fry over 1.5 bases plus 105 for me. All right, beautiful work there. Oh man, this is going to be a stressful fucking day, Dabby. I have to have a successful day here today. I need for me to have a good day. I need 1, if not 2 of those minus 300 first 5 full game. Just 2 of those 4 bets hitting. That would be awesome. That would make my day a lot better. That is what I'm rooting for, really.
I was planning on having like 1 or 2 bets today, and I've got almost $1,300 out right now.
Yeah, I do not feel comfortable as well. I'm nervous. It's going to be interesting. And again, I'm going to be game mastering tonight. So it should be very interesting to see how my nerves and anxieties are going to be tonight. Dabby Cap, I appreciate you joining me as always. I will see you very soon. I'll see you on Monday to begin with on Medicate Mondays, and hopefully probably next Friday as well. I'll see you as well. It'll be fun. And by the way, it would be fun even if we don't go to American Airlines for the game. I think it would be fun if everyone came over and we did a stream like we did at the fucking house, the Airbnb. We just all watched a basketball game as well. That would also be another good idea.
Oh, that would be dope. And then also just 15 minutes up the road, there's a lake house that I have access to that we can go to. I mean, we could set up a dope ass stream at that lake house.
Yeah, I think that would also be very good, especially because we're also doing streams. If you guys did not know, we're doing streams for these games. Thursday, I believe, is game 1. And obviously, I will be there. I will be on stream. I don't know how long I'll be on there for, first half, second half. But I'll tell you now, it's going to be, I'm very chill, as everyone knows, very calm, et cetera, et cetera. But when it comes to championships and things like that, I start turning into Venezuela Jose, and I start becoming a madman. So I'm definitely going to be a little emotional during these games. And there's going to be a lot of obscenities thrown in Kyrie Irving's direction. And I'll pre-apologize for all of that. But it's going to be very interesting to watch. So definitely tune in to see my madness on these games, to say the least. Dabby Cab, when's the next time we're going to see you?
Monday, Medicate Monday. We'll be right here. Tune in, guys. If anybody who's in a chat that doesn't show up to Medicate Monday, just give it a chance. I don't know what you're missing, man. Come on, hang out with us. Even if you don't smoke, we still want you there. You don't have to smoke weed to watch the show. It just makes it a little bit better.
Imagine a show being like, you must smoke weed to watch this show. Like, what if you had like a breathalyzer on your computer? Like, you have to fucking blow into it. And if there's not enough THC on your breath, then get the fuck out of here. That'd be funny. All right.
Yeah,
so
like I said, you don't got to smoke, Fernando. That's what I just said.
No, I can't. Fernando, I get it. He has the breathalyzer on his computer, and it says you cannot join Medicaid Mondays if you cannot blow a 0.5 THC or whatever the fuck it is. So,
bro, it would take me at least 5 weeks to get the THC out of my system if I quit smoking.
Yeah, I've thought about that as well, and it probably would take quite a while. It'd take at least a month, I think. So, yeah, no, oh well, no drug test for us anytime soon, Dabby Cab, and that's nice. So, Dabby, I appreciate you as always for joining me on Saturdays here. I hope you have a lovely Saturday. What are you about to do today?
Smoke and watch baseball. Same thing I do every weekend. Try to take over the world.
That's a good reference. Shout out to Pinky in the Brain. Bam, I'm cultured. Bam, I knew that. Suck it, everyone. Suck it. Appreciate you guys. Nunya, Morgan, Fernando, Abel, Steve, Craig. Craig, I'm sorry for saying Illinois. Cliff Yang, Rants. Our guy, Jay Peasy. Our guy, Justin McKelvey, Nut Flush. And yes, you're right. It is David Fry against lefty specifically. That's why we're betting him there. I cannot wait to see all this happen. Von Polo, shout out to you. And shout out to Steve Finnerbach, who's been watching us for over a year and has been commenting. And we are just noticing him throughout the last weeks. So shout out to you, Steve, Parl Angel, NJ Striker. Let's have a day, guys. Cabby, I'll see you very soon. Everyone else, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Connor Mac Picks joining the program tomorrow. Connor Mac Picks joining. So till then, say hey. We'll see you guys next time.